Hello and welcome, all womb holders, healers, protectors, those that honor the womb energy and looking to connect deeper with their intuition and wisdom the body holds. We are going to start by creating a 7-circuit labyrinth. This style that we are creating dates back to the 17th century, drawn by the Hopi. So we send honor, gratitude, and love to the Hopi tribe and all those that came before them, for the labyrinth has been used for centuries all around the world. What we will create is nothing I came up with, but teachings passed down hand to hand for centuries, and now to you. Things that we'll need for today is some paper and a pencil, pen, markers, whatever you would like. In the future, you can get as creative as you would like, utilizing clay, embroidery, making a large one in the garden, whatever your heart desires. The beauty of the labyrinth is you can create it anytime, anywhere. You can even visualize it. But today, let's start simple. All right, so some things we're going to need are paper. I like to get a nice big piece of paper. You can do any size you would like. I also like to first draw with a pencil and then with a marker, whatever you would like to do. And we're going to start with a seed. And just like every other seed, it gets planted in the dark, in the soil of the earth, the womb of Gaia, and in your womb as well, your sacred cauldron of creation. So, here is your seed. You start by drawing a cross. Now from there, you want to make sure you're giving yourself a finger's amount of room for your next part, okay? And from there, we draw these nice little 90 degrees. Bam. Okay, see, just big enough for my finger to fit. So give yourself space. And then to complete your seed, you get these little dots. There you go. So this is how your seed should look. All right. Next, we're going to start from the center. And the first line we connect is from the center to the left. This will create a feminine labyrinth, as we're going to be creating a round labyrinth, which is a masculine Hopi labyrinth, to weave the energies for alignment and balance. So our center line is going to connect to the first one to the left. I'm going to do this nice and slow. All right. So we're going to keep working our way to the left. So this top of the second line is going to connect to the dot on the left. And we're just going to keep working our way out. The dot on the right is going around to connect to the base of the line on the left. And see how we're circling our edges. From the right, we connect to the left. So now we should be at that center line. There we go. Center right. Moving all the way to the bottom left. Top of the right. All the way to the dot. The dot of the right will connect to the bottom left. the base of the right 90 will come all the way around, completing this part of the labyrinth, connecting all the way to the center base line. All right, so once you have finished connecting all the lines and dots, we're going to place some footprints outside of the threshold. Maybe they are human, maybe they are animal, but keep them some sort of footprint to help stay grounded within the earth. Giving yourself space so that when you stand back, you can gaze at the labyrinth threshold. Go ahead and add your feet. Time to add the last element. We're going to create a threshold, a gate, a veil, something that covers the portal for protection, like the lips protecting the yoni, something that separates the two worlds. Making sure it covers the portal. Go ahead and take a moment. To begin, we're going to find ourselves in a comfortable pose. I would suggest keeping your labyrinth flat on the table or ground so your arms can be heavy and relaxed. To begin, we're going to sit up nice and tall, taking a deep inhale in and exhale side out. We're going to take 2 more of those, and this time rolling the shoulders up to the ears, back, down, and around, releasing any tension you might be holding on to. Now, place your non-dominant finger where your feet are on the outside of the labyrinth. Close your eyes and just breathe here. Drop in, feeling the earth underneath you, releasing any tension in your body, the muscles. Soften. Release the jaw. Pull the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Maybe the lips open ever so slightly. The eyes become heavy. Release, soften the eyebrows. And listen. Listen to the air filling your body. Feel the pulsing of the heart like waves coming in and waves going out. The heaviness of your hand on the paper. Taking in any sensations and then letting them go. Be here now. Slowly flutter the eyes open to a soft gaze at your finger, keeping the eyes soft and heavy. You stand before the portal to the unknown. You gaze at the grand gates separating you from one realm to another. You press your feet into the cool earth, feeling the soft moss, grass, cool mud hug and hold your feet. You breathe in through your feet, calling in Pachamama, your guides, your ancestors, all those that have come before you. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, release. Step through the veil, leaving one world behind. You have entered the sacred space, the yoni. As you enter, pause in this warm cavern that embraces you. You hear a voice echo softly. Joy. What was the first thing that came up? Was it a feeling, a thought, a memory, a sound, a smell? Allow it to float up like a bubble and then float by. As you take big, deep belly breaths, the walls of the cavern open for you. As you breathe, your finger slowly moves with each breath. One step, one breath. One step, one breath. With every step, you fall deeper and deeper into trust. Deeper and deeper into the unknown. If at any point you find yourself contracting, holding on, and the walls around you getting tight, pause, breathe, release, relax, soften, press forward. Joy. It echoes again through the cavern walls. You hear it becoming louder. A bubble appears. You acknowledge it, and you allow it to keep floating. You keep stepping with every breath. And when the journey feels long, like it's never going to end, pause, breathe, relax, release, begin again. One step, one breath. As you breathe, walls expand with your inhale and hug you as you exhale, exalting you, loving you, nourishing you for every step you take. Joy. There it is again. This time it sounds faint. You thought you were getting closer to the center, and yet you seem farther. Don't doubt yourself. Trust, trust, trust. Surrender, surrender, surrender. And let go and keep walking. You are right where you need to be. Sometimes it can seem like the center is so far, but it is actually closer than you could ever imagine. Joy. It echoes again. This time it is louder. It is deep. You can feel it reverberating off the walls of the cavern. A bubble appears. You see it, and then it passes by. You keep pushing forward. As you keep moving, you notice the texture of the floor seems to be changing. The walls are expanding. The room is getting bigger. You don't feel any walls anymore. You become lighter, as if to be floating in water. The walls disintegrate, as if now in a void. Joy. The voice embraces you. No more echo. You are there. And you realize it is your voice. Relax. Soften. A big iridescent bubble comes floating ever so gently down. You reach your hands out, and it softly lands in your hands. You notice a seed inside. As you bring the bubble up to view it at different angles to catch a glimpse, it pops, showering its rainbow light down over you from your crown to your roots. What does it feel like? Sound like? What is the joy that reigns over you, bringing that big, beautiful smile to your heart and your soul? What was that deep desire you buried in the dark of your womb? Allow it to shower over you. Embrace it, bask in it, dance in it, love it, up, nourish it, and enjoy this moment right here, right now. Feeling that light, that rainbow light in the dark. It's time. The time is now to allow that desire to grow from the dirt, to come out of the soil, to be brought from the womb to the light of day. Are you ready? Are you ready to let go of any fear, anything that keeps this seed from growing towards the light and flowering, from fruiting right here, right now? Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale in and exhale. Let it go. It is time to take the journey out of the womb. As you are laced in your desires, as you are laced in joy, you will breathe and walk one step at a time as you slowly trace your way out the way you came. One step, one breath. Do you notice any shifts? The way you hold your body, the way your heart feels. One step, one breath. Not rushing the process, as we make our way out of the dark cauldron, you feel the cavern floors again. You feel the ribboning cervical walls like waves. Glowing, a rainbow light of joy. You illuminate your way out, showing yourself the way. One step, one breath. As you twirl down the cervix with an illuminating smile, lightness in your heart and in your womb. You begin to see light bending around the cavern walls. Taking in, breathing the lightness of these steps. You know it is time. You near and near the yoni, and you can see the light of day beyond the veil. You stop at the internal gates, breathing in the warmth, breathing in your rainbow light, basking in your joy. You are ready to birth this joy, to birth this desire. Taking a nice deep inhale in. Exhale out. Stepping through the yoni gate. As your face hits the light and your feet hit the grassy, mossy, muddy earth again, you inhale, expanding, taking your first breath in this new form. Enjoy the journey of yourself.